Hey everyone, this is Natasha. Welcome to Sculpted Brilliance weekly team meeting. It is February 10th. First of all, I'm just going to go over a few quick announcements. It is Team Cup month, so everybody should be working as hard as possible to make sure they're starting lots of conversations every single day. Make sure you are not counting anybody out. Make sure you are just continuously starting new conversations. And remember this, I hear often from a lot of people, I have 5 people who are for sure going to sign up like this week, like they told me they were going to, and then the month is over and those 5 people never signed up. That's okay. Those people are probably going to come back to you at some point in time, but I just don't want anybody to have their hopes set on somebody. So don't ever stop talking. No one's a guarantee until they're guaranteed. Okay? Next up, I just want to go over, if you don't already know, current promotions for this month. The original 21-day fix and the 21-day fix extreme challenge packs are both promoted at $140 for this month, normally $160. Also, the 21-day fix extreme kickstart and the original 21-day fix kickstart, which includes the normal challenge pack and then the 3-day refresh. Those are on sale this month for $180, normally $205. They are not available in Canada, just so you know. And the 3-day refresh is also on sale, challenge pack for $140. Also not available in Canada because it has not been approved by Canada. It cannot be sold there. So with that being said, I think those are all the announcements I have. I'm going to try and go through tonight's call pretty efficiently, and then at the end, we will open up for questions if anybody has any. So tonight's topic, I'm kind of going to take things and put them in reverse for everyone because I feel like I'm always telling everyone, this is what you need to do in order to be successful. It's so simple. Like, just do these things and you will be successful and find success. But I think that oftentimes it just becomes so redundant that maybe it doesn't always stick. So I'm going to take things and flip them around tonight and just explain to everybody how you will fail at being a Beachbody coach. So if you do these things, they're definitely, eventually you will fail and you will not be successful, which is obviously not what we want. So let me just get started by diving into this first and foremost. If you want to fail at being a Beachbody coach, you need to have no idea what your why is. Okay? So what you need to be able to do being a Beachbody coach, if you want to be successful, is you need to be able to say, when somebody walks up to you and says, why are you a coach? Why are you a Beachbody coach? And I know every single one of you is afraid of that question. And this answer, you need to be confident in it. You need to know what your why is. And you need to know that you are a coach because you tried the products and you found success. And I can tell you right now, I'm a Beachbody coach because it helped me get to exactly where I am today. I lost 100 pounds. It got me to be healthy during my second pregnancy. I can tell you that I am working my butt off because I've found success, I've found happiness, and I am hoping to do that for somebody else. I'm hoping that I can find somebody else who's looking for the same things that I was, and I can help them turn their life around so that they can find happiness, whether it's their weight loss, whether it's income, whether it is blood pressure. Those are things that I can attest to personally because they were things that I dealt with. So you need to figure out for you, why are you doing this? Are you doing it for a discount? Are you doing it, if you're doing it for a discount, it's because you love the products, right? So if you love the products, that's part of your why. So you need to be confident in what your why is. Figure it out. Take some time. Your why can change. Know that. You're allowed to change your why over time. So you just need to figure out what your why is. And then after that, you need to figure out, number 2, if you want to fail at being a Beachbody coach, don't be a product of the product. Don't drink Shakeology every single day. Don't do your fitness programs. Don't talk about it on social media. If you're not a product of the product, you're not going to be successful. You guys already know that. I don't think I have to go too in depth about it. But if you don't believe that the price of what this product is worth it, you're not being a product of the product either. If you question the quality of Shakeology, if you question what the ingredients are, if you question whether or not the workouts work, you already know. If you don't know the answer to that, you're not being a product of the product. So it's always going to come back to that. So if you want to fail at being a Beachbody coach, don't use the products. If you want to fail at being a Beachbody coach, you have to make sure, or you have to be unsure that the products work, which is what I was just talking about. Sorry, I skipped a point. If you want to be successful, though, at being a coach, then just be 100% behind what it is that you're using. We're going to keep coming back to this over and over. Being a product of the product is so important. And if you know that you're using it, you'll know that it works. And when you know that it works, you just have 100% behind it. You believe it and you become passionate about something, and people can tell. If you want to succeed at being a Beachbody coach, do exactly that. Be 100% behind it. And it doesn't mean that when you're talking about Shakeology that you need to know every single ingredient. It doesn't mean that you need to sit there and be able to say, oh, it has Cambodia and it has this and it has that and all these things. Because honestly, if you do that and somebody goes, what does that do? What benefit is it? I would go, I don't know, but it's good for you. That's what they told me. So you don't need to do that. You just need to be able to say, you know what? I can just tell you from my experience, when I drink it, I sleep better. When I drink it, I'm not crashing in the middle of the day. I feel awake. I don't need that extra boost of energy throughout the day. I don't need the caffeine. During my second pregnancy, my blood pressure was like on point the entire time, whereas during my first pregnancy, before I started Shakeology, I was preeclamptic and I was put on bed rest. And for me, like, Shakeology has just changed my whole life. And I can tell you that 3 of my parents, well, one in-law, 2 of my parents have been taken off of blood pressure medications since beginning. And I can't say that it's because of Shakeology, but I can say that Shakeology is the only thing that changed. So for me, that's my belief. And it shows. The other thing is when you're talking about the fitness programs, just like with Shakeology, you don't need to be an expert. You don't need to know every single program that we have, or exactly how every single program works, or how long everything is. If somebody asks you those questions, you can find the answers. You don't need to know them immediately. You don't need to be on call. You don't need to be an expert. I'm no expert. Rachel's no expert. Leslie's not an expert. You don't need any of that. All you need is to know that, you know, there are so many nights that I personally woke up all night long with the baby, or I was up with the toddler because he was up at the crack of dawn, or whatever it was that was going on. But in the end of the day, I still came back to my workouts, and I knew that Shakeology was such a great thing for me. And on top of that, it helped bring me back from that crash because the baby was up, or because the toddler woke up. And even better, as a mom, I think most of you know, to be able to say, there's one meal this week I don't have to think of every single day because it's Shakeology. Check, it's done. And you don't have to slave over it in the kitchen. It's just easy and it's on the go. To be able to say that about Shakeology, it means a ton to people. So you just have to know what you know and what you believe. If you want to fail as a Beachbody coach, be afraid of posting on social media. If you want to fail, don't post 3 to 5 times a day. Be afraid of what people are going to think of you. Second guess absolutely everything that you post. Spend way too much time wondering, What are they going to think of me? Are people judging me? Is somebody going to defriend me because of this? Are people blocking me? What are my husband's family members going to say? What are my friends from high school thinking about me? Who cares? Is anybody at your door handing you a wad of cash saying, hey, you know what? I really didn't like that post. So here, let me pay your mortgage this month. No one's doing that to me. It doesn't matter. If you love what you're doing and you love Beachbody, you love these products, you stand by them, then you're doing this first because you enjoy it, second because you believe in it, and third because it's making your life for you. If you're happy, then you need to do this for you, not because you're worried about what somebody else thinks. You are the only person at the end of the day who can live your life. And when it comes down to it, when your life is over or about to be, you're the one who has to look back and think, did I do everything that I wanted to do for me? Or did I hold back because I was worried about what someone thought? Am I where I want to be today because I worked as hard as I thought I could, or because I didn't care what people thought of me or what I was doing? That's just something that you're going to have to think of. So if you want to fail at being a coach, overanalyze and let everybody else make your decisions for you. If you want to fail, do not invite anyone to anything. If you want to fail at being a coach, you can have completely mastered how to post 3 to 5 times a day. You can be completely consistent. You can have quality content where people are liking and clicking, and you can have hundreds of people commenting and, likes all day long. But if you're doing all of that and at no point in time are you saying, hey, guess what? I'm a coach. Hey, guess what? I would really love to help you. Hey, you know what? I just started this brand new program 3 weeks ago. It was called the 21-Day Fix Extreme. I had the most awesome results from it, you guys. I lost 10 pounds. I'm almost back to my pre-baby weight. I feel amazing. And guess what? The workouts were only 30 minutes a day, which is so doable even with the baby. Would you like to learn more about it? I would really just love to pass this opportunity on. I'm so passionate about it. I have a new group starting February 16th. It's that simple. But if you guys are not inviting people, they're never going to know. I've had 3 coaches this week message me telling me how upset they were that friends or family members had purchased the 21-Day Fix or the 21-Day Fix Extreme from another coach. And the first thing I said to them was, do they know you're a coach? And every single one of them came back to me and said, I don't know. If you don't know, it means you didn't invite them. And if you're not inviting them, you can't do anything about it. You have to put that active ask out there. It can be in a post. It can be in a private message. It can be in an email, however you're going to do it. But if you don't take the time to seek someone out after they've liked a comment or they've said, hey, I'd really like to learn more about that, or can you tell me more, or whatever, you can't be upset if they go to somebody else. So you have to go out there and invite. You have to tell your story. And like I just said, it's so simple. Just talk about what you were doing. Talk about how you're finding success. You don't have to have finished a program. You can be on week 2 and talk about what successes you've had, whether it's clean eating or whether it's finding support. If you've quit a program 15 times before you started Beachbody and then you found Beachbody and you finally made it past day 2, that's huge. When I started Beachbody, you guys, I did Insanity and I went Emerald in a week. I didn't do it because I suddenly had this massive Insanity transformation in a week. I did it because I told people, you guys, I've owned this program for 3 years and I have never made it past day 1 test day. Never. For the first time in my life, I am on day 7. And it's because I have this awesome support group, and I have a coach who believes in me, and I have all these people who are in the same exact boat I am. And you know what? I can do that for you too. If you never thought it was possible, but you want to try it, you believe in yourself, I believe in you because I know it's true. You just need someone who's there to support you. So you just have to tell your story, and you just have to be there and share with them. You have to be open and honest. But if you want to fail at being a Beachbody coach, this is the one thing that I promise you, you'll never get comfortable with, and you'll never do. I know a lot of you have to step outside of your comfort zone in order to do this invite process. But if you don't make this change, you will get frustrated because your business will not grow. You will not add coaches. You will not sell products, and you will eventually probably quit or just become a discount coach. So if you're serious about this, that's one thing you definitely have to do. If you want to fail at being a Beachbody coach, you do not ever want to hit Success Club. You want to make this something that you don't understand. You make it unimportant. You make it something that you don't care about. And that's because you probably don't see the value in it. But that's not at all what you want to do. That's what you want to do if you're failing, right? So what you want to do if you want to be successful, every single month, you need to make a non-negotiable goal for yourself and for your business, whether that's SC5, SC10, SC20, whatever your goals are, but your minimum is SC5 because you need to understand the value of Success Club. You need to understand the value of a challenge pack. You need to understand the value of Shakeology HD and understand through all of those things what the compound effect will be on your business through those. So over time, your business will multiply over and over again. If you have customers that you're signing up and you're hitting SC every single month and they are staying on and they're continuing with the program and they're continuing with their Shakeology, that money just builds. It just stacks on top of itself. And the bigger your team builds, and eventually those people will probably sign up as coaches just because of the discount. Whether or not they want to work, they'll be a part of the discount. But if you want to be a failed Beachbody coach, this is definitely one of the most important things that you need to do is figure that step out. And you need to hit Success Club. If you want to fail being a Beachbody coach, do me a favor and don't ever read personal development. If you see this as being unimportant, a complete waste of your time, something that is beneath you, you don't need, that's for other people, you are top-notch, perfect, you're just dead wrong. Personal development is something that all top leaders, all major speakers, CEOs, anybody who is successful and a leader, it is something that they do. It doesn't mean you have to sit down and read a book. It doesn't mean you have to go to church every week. Whatever you can find that works for you, you just need to do it. It's the one thing in your business that's going to help you believe in yourself. It's going to help you build confidence. It's going to teach you how to be a leader. It's going to teach you the skills that you need in order to teach your team how to be successful and how they can start becoming leaders and how they can start building their team the same way that you have or that I have or Leslie has. It's a waterfall effect. But if you skip out on personal development, you're eventually going to be lacking somewhere. Something's going to be missing. Or you're going to hit October or November when that slump comes, and instead of pushing on through and going forward, you're just going to throw your hands in the air and quit. So you need to make sure that you are doing personal development every single day. If you do, you will eventually see your small failures will start to turn around and become successes. I promise you. Number 10, this is my favorite, you guys, out of everything, if you want to become a failed Beachbody coach, make sure that every time you post on Facebook or social media, you're sharing somebody else's post. You're going click share. You're using a stock advertisement from Beachbody. You are saying things like, hey, it's on sale right now. Come and get it. Or you're saying last chance. I'll pay you if you buy this. If you are doing things like that, you're not building relationships with people. You are completely stuck in the zone of sales. I understand the panic. I understand the end of the month. We've all been there. I'm guilty of it. Like, if you go through my page, I'm not saying you'll never see anything like that. I was a new coach at one point in time. I have been backed into a corner. I've done all of those things. But if you are on day 1 and day 5 and day 15 of every single month only posting, hey, look, this is Beachbody's stock picture from autumn or whatever, no one's looking at that. And if they are looking at that, what they're doing is going, oh, that's cool. Let me go to Beachbody's website. And you're totally missing out on all the credit because they're just going to go to the website and end up being my coach because I'm going to get them as a lead. So you need to make sure that what you're doing is you're building relationships. Make sure that everything you put on Facebook has a purpose behind it. You want to talk about your story. You want to talk about your day-to-day. You want to talk about your family, your friends. You want to take a picture of you after you worked out or during your workout. You want to be completely authentic and don't be somebody else. I've heard over and over and over, success leaves clues. And so you should look at every single other top coach or all of these other coaches. And I 100% agree. But what I don't agree with is don't go copy and paste somebody else's information and just right there. Is it okay to do that every once in a while if it's your coach or you ask or something like that? Of course. We've all done it. But it's not going to make sense if you're just copying and pasting constantly from somebody else. You need to make it your story. You need to be original. You need people to be able to connect with you. And if you're constantly using other people's words, there's no real identity behind what you're doing. You need to build your brand and you need to know who you are. And that means you need to share your story. So just be you. Be funny, be silly, be sarcastic. If that's who you are, that's okay because you're going to attract people to you who are like you. And that's who you're going to work best with. So with that being said, please just try not to be too salesy. But also, here, this is the last one, sorry. The biggest way to fail is to overanalyze the entire process of Beachbody coaching. To overanalyze, what exactly will my success look like? I need to know exactly where I'll be in 6 months or in a year. I need to just know everything about it and to overanalyze every single comment that anybody will ever post on one of your pictures or every like you get or every post before you post it even. Don't waste your time with it. If you're always going to try and gather all of the information beforehand, before starting, then there's Beachbody coaches who do that. There are people who need every answer before they ever do one post. And I'm kind of like that, so I get it. But it's just unnecessary. You're going to overanalyze everything and you're wasting valuable time and you're only frustrating yourself. There are coaches who do this and every single day they just walk away and you don't have to do that. So they, before they can ever even feel success, they're so overwhelmed by everything that they're just done. So my biggest tip for you at the end right now is don't overanalyze anything that you're doing. Go with your gut. And if you have a question, that's exactly what our team pages are for. But if you want to succeed, just take everything and figure out, everything that I've posted tonight. Ask yourself, what am I doing wrong out of these things? Am I doing some of these? Am I not doing some of them? Should I be doing some of them? Where am I going wrong? What can I do better? Just make a conscious effort to add value to people's lives every single day and invite them to your business. This is an opportunity that all of you have been presented with. And that's honestly how I look at this. And I wake up every day grateful for this opportunity because I get to be at home with my kids and I don't have to put them in daycare and I don't have to rush and be stressed from the time I wake up in the morning until the time I go to bed at night because I don't have enough time with my kids, or I'm not stressed because I chose to stay home with my kids and money is tight. This is an opportunity to change someone's life, whether it is their health, whether it is their finances, whether it is their family. Everyone is looking for an opportunity. And it doesn't mean that this is for everyone, but it means that if you're offering it to someone, they might accept it, but you won't know unless you ask. So with that being said, that's pretty much all I have. I will go ahead and, well, you guys, if anybody has questions, do you want to go ahead and unmute yourselves? No one? All right, then I'm going to go ahead